I like to think back to March when I thought we'd only be out of school for 2 weeks. And here we are, mid-July, and we're still doing it. Also, I hope you guys like my quarantine cut that I gave myself for absolutely no reason. I dye my own hair, and I was like, I'm pretty good at that. I can definitely cut my own hair. No, I can't. Anyways, first thing on my list is to make a to-do list. I don't care if your to-do list has brush teeth, eat a snack, things you want to do. I don't care what's on your to-do list, but make one. It is so satisfying to go through and cross something off. Oh, is there anything better than that? I really don't think that there is. Number 2, find an accountability buddy. It's so dorky and it is so obnoxious and you're probably rolling your eyes like, who's gonna do this? Oh, I didn't turn my light on. I got a ring light. It's really nice. And I always was like, oh my God, ring lights are really stupid. They're amazing. I love them. So I'm not even gonna go back and like refilm that first part. It's whatever. Anyways, I was talking about how it's dorky to have an accountability buddy and you're gonna feel lame texting one of your friends and being like, hey, you wanna do our virtual learning together? But it will help you. I can't imagine doing some of this stuff like without a friend with me. In my grad classes, I don't know any of these people and it does feel kind of lonely. Although my first class, like there was a group of like 4 or 5 people that would kind of comment on all of our own stuff. So we formed kind of a clique, but I don't know who these people are. I don't really even know their names. Yikes. Anyways, having a friend and saying, okay, from 10 to 11, we're gonna do these 3 assignments. That will be really helpful. The third thing I can tell you is that your brain can only hold attention for so long. I'm sure this is not going to be news to you because I can't remember the last time I actually sat and watched a TV show without looking at my phone. But that's because I have anxiety and I need to have my brain like overstimulated to avoid the impending panic that's about to happen. So, I need to be on like 8 different devices. Anyways, your brain can only focus for 20 minutes at a time. And so, on your to-do list, maybe like you set it up where you do like English for 20, math for 20, global for 20. I don't know why I picked global, freshman. But like you rotate between those because if you have 3 hours of math to do, like your brain is going to be so tired from all that math. Like kind of rotate things, kind of mix your classes together between ones that you're good at, ones that are harder, what types of assignments you're getting so that it keeps it fresh. Your brain likes like doing new things. So try to keep your schedule, I guess, for the day. If you have flexibility, I know some schools will be doing it where like you have like your actual classes and that will help you kind of switch things up during the day. But if you don't have that, then definitely make a schedule for yourself where you're not doing 4 hours of science. It's not fun to do that, trust me. In college, you'll have like a 3-hour class some nights and it's like, who invented that? Oh my gosh. Especially when you have a bad professor and half the class is like watching a movie and the other half of the class is people explaining the book to you and they're not even like English lit majors, they're like business majors and they're like, I think the symbol is no, you're wrong. It's not that. It's not the symbol. Don't cut your own hair. Okay, number 4 would be, and again, this one's probably the most dorky, but I found that in the spring when we shut down, there were a couple of students that reached out to me quite a bit and we would just sit on Zoom for like an hour, hour and a half, and they would just work on their stuff and I would be kind of there with them so that they could ask questions as they were writing their papers. And it was great. They would just message me and say, hey, do you have time tonight? And we can work on this? And I'd be like, yeah. And it always had to be at night because my husband works during the day and we have 2 kids and they're 2 and 1. My 1-year-old, I don't trust at all. She eats everything off the floor. She's a nightmare. I love her, but she's a nightmare. And so I would have these Zoom calls with students at like 9 p.m. and their parents would be like, who are you talking to? And they'd be like, my teacher. And they'd be like, yeah, right. And then they'd see their parents come on the camera and I'm like, hey, it's just me. They're not lying to you, but this is pretty weird now. But find a teacher, and you don't have to sit on Zoom with them. But it was fine, and I actually learned a lot about these kids. But and it was nice that at least I knew I had contact with them. So I don't know, find someone that you like, especially if you're a senior and you've got like graduation requirements that you need to meet. I don't know how long we're going to be out of school for. You could be out for a while still, and you're going to have a lot of like college stuff to do and like resumes to create and things like that. It is going to be really helpful if you find a teacher you can trust that can kind of invest in you a little bit to kind of push you along in things that aren't like necessarily content. And the last thing is, I'm going to call it Pavlov's dogs. And this is where you do something you like while doing something that you don't necessarily like. So I have this like YouTube playlist that I really like, and I played it for my freshmen this past year during class, and they kind of liked it too, which was shocking. And so now I have like this positive memory associated to it, so I'll listen to it when I'm feeling really distracted, which is a lot. So I'll put that playlist on and I'm like automatically in the zone. I don't know what it is about it. Maybe for you it's watching The Office because you've seen it 50 times and you don't have to really pay attention to know what's going on. Another thing for me is like Hallmark movies. They're all the same. I know what's going to happen. Some handsome CEO is going to reignite his passion for Christmas because he is trapped in a small town during a blizzard. And he is rescued by this woman who loves Christmas and she's quirky. Like, that's going to be the movie. I already know this. I don't have to watch it. That's a long rant. It's fine. So that's the last thing. I hope that those tips kind of help you at least a little bit if you're doing virtual learning. It's really hard to make rules for yourself when there's no like teachers to hold you accountable for it. And some of you guys, your parents are going to be at work, so it's going to be really just you holding yourself accountable, which is 14, 15, 16, 17-year-olds. I'm 29, and I know I don't look over 22. I'm 29, and even I struggled to do this. There were so many times that I was like, oh, let me stare at this wall for 3 hours because I'm so overwhelmed with stuff I have to do. So those tips will help you. Anyways, good luck, stay safe, and I hope that we can go back to like regular school really, really soon. Bye! Just kidding, guys. I have one more thing for you. I don't know who needs to hear this, but get out of your bed, okay? You want sleep paralysis? Because that's how you get sleep paralysis. I would know. 24 years old. Got sleep paralysis because I was in my bed all the time watching The Office. And yeah, I mean, that is so scary, okay? Do you know what it's like to wake up and you can't like move any part of your body? It is so scary. So get out of bed. It is... And like, don't even like just like lean on your bed. You have to physically like peel yourself out of bed, go somewhere else in your house. I don't care what you have to do, but like actually get out of bed. Your sanity will thank you because you'll fall asleep better at night. You'll sleep better. You won't get sleep paralysis. Okay, so just promise me that you will actually get out of bed for more than just like getting a snack and coming back into bed. That does not count. Okay, I'm talking like actual, you emerged from the cocoon that is your room and did something, like in another room, like the kitchen. I don't know. Anyways, for real, goodbye. I was gonna say love you or like God bless, I don't know. What a disaster, right? Bye.